The lost city of Petra, myths and legends. Nestled within the rugged desert canyons of southern Jordan, lies the ancient city of Petra, an awe-inspiring place shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Known as the Rose City due to the color of its stone, Petra flourished as the capital of the Nabatean kingdom over 2,000 years ago, along the lucrative frankincense trade routes. This strategically located commercial hub thrived for centuries, before being abruptly abandoned in the 7th century AD following a series of devastating earthquakes. Over time, the location of Petra was forgotten by most of the outside world, and it became merely a legend whispered on the desert winds. Petra had retreated back into the shadows of its sandstone cliffs. Only the local Bedouin tribes knew of its existence. Due to its seemingly impenetrable terrain, tales grew of a hidden valley holding an abandoned city filled with precious treasures. It was not until 1812 when Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt disguised himself as an Arab scholar and convinced his Bedouin guide to take him to the fabled lost city, that Petra was revealed to the Western world once more. Since its rediscovery over 200 years ago, many myths and legends have emerged surrounding the history and abandonment of Petra. The mysterious nature of this ancient site, cradled deep within the desert, has fueled creative imaginations throughout time. The true origins of these legends have been obscured by the ever-shifting sands, but the allure of this majestic ancient city endures. Let's explore some of the most intriguing myths that have added to aura of this captivating location. The lost treasury of Pharaoh. One persistent legend is that Petra holds a secret Egyptian pharaoh's treasure, hidden deep within its ruins, concealed from the outside world for thousands of years. As the story goes, in the 13th century BC, the Egyptian pharaoh of the 18th dynasty hid treasures underground in the mountains of Petra to keep them safe from invading forces. Some accounts claim it was Pharaoh Amenhotep III, seeking to protect unimaginable wealth from threatening foreign raids, while other versions name Pharaoh Tutankhamun, warding off grave robbers after his burial. In any iteration, this concealed fortune is believed to contain gold, jewelry, precious oils, weaponry, and statuary of immense value. Bedouin tribes pass down tales through generations warning outsiders of deadly curses that protect this fortune if disturbed. To this day, archaeologists continue searching within Petra's numerous ruins, crypts, and hidden chambers seeking this mythical Egyptian treasure trove. While not based in fact, it speaks to our endless fascination with the city, carved from stone, and the possibilities of what still remains undiscovered. There, the genesis of Petra. According to another legend, Petra predates all recorded human history. Local lore claims God commanded the angels Gabriel, Michael, and Israfil to use divine forces to carve the city directly from the living bedrock. Petra's iconic architecture honoring the four elements is attributed to their heavenly design. They constructed the monastery Al-Dir and the treasury Al-Khazna to symbolize air and earth, and designed narrow sick canyons to represent water. Other passages depict Petra burning by fire due to God's anger over the undoing of its holy origins by mortal hands. Some versions of the narrative say the angels built Petra's structures as practice, before being tasked with erecting the ancient Holy Kaaba shrine near Mecca. This myth perpetuates an air of sacred mysticism surrounding Petra's creation, seemingly at the very dawn of time, giving it significance as one of God's first cities on earth. According to scriptural lore, the lack of existing historical records on Petra's earliest origins led to fanciful tales of it predating all human architecture. The desert-dwelling jinn. Local Bedouin legend tells of supernatural desert creatures called jinn choosing to inhabit Petra's empty structures, following its mysterious downfall, adding to its creepy atmosphere as a haunted locale. In Middle Eastern folklore, jinn were said to be shape-shifting entities born of smokeless fire before mankind. The myth as told among indigenous tribes describes how jinns were attracted to Petra's dark caves and crumbling monuments, using them as portals between human and spirit worlds. Some Bedouins speak in hushed tones of strange music, voices, lights, and apparitions, witnessed around the ruins under the cover of night when few dared to venture there. Ancient rituals, still observed by nomadic locals, are performed to appease these elusive jinn spirits, by leaving offerings or writing magical inscriptions said to ward off bad energy in their domains. Tales warning travelers about the dangerous presence of desert jinn in Petra's ruins have instilled apprehension in many visitors over the centuries. With Jordan's long history interconnected with stories of superstition and the supernatural, it's possible real folk beliefs could support rumors of these enigmatic entities haunting Petra still today. The vanishing treasure hunters. Another chilling rumor surrounding Petra links back to various iterations of the pharaoh's treasure mythos. This legend warns of doomed expeditionary bounty hunters meeting frightening fates while trying to unearth valuable antiquities. One folk story tells of a band of 300 marauding crusaders who rode into Petra in the 13th century AD, fully armed and equipped for excavation. They were fixated on digging into crypts, hoping to uncover gems. Gold and silver rumored to still remain inside dim, abandoned tombs scattered about the city's ruins. Witnesses say they watched in horror as the ground collapsed under the crusaders while they toiled within Petra's ruins. Neither the men nor their horses were ever seen exiting the crumbling chasm. Nearby, villagers recount hearing echoes of blood-curdling screams coming from a growing crevice in the earth in their final petrifying moments before it closed up completely. All heroic attempts for rescue were futile. There were no signs remaining of the men or even remnants of their weapons and tools. Some believe they unwittingly awakened an ancient curse by provoking territorial jinn guardians, dooming the looters to a savage supernatural attack as punishment for their grave robbing. A similar story dates back to the late 1800s, telling of a team of foreign excavators, along with dozens of local hired hands who all vanished mysteriously while working within the same area. They were excavating a large underground chamber whose entry passageway collapsed without warning, entombing every worker inside. Rescue crews were brought in, but could not tunnel to the subterranean room, now filled with tons of rubble. All were confirmed dead after the disaster, joining the spirits of those rumored still haunt Petra's forsaken tombs. Tales spread warning adventurers against risking the curse by pursuing treasure here, leading to being swallowed up by the punishing desert terrain. Petra's hidden passage to paradise. Ancient scrolls uncovered from Petra's ruins speak of a long-held local legend about a secret portal leading to the biblical Garden of Eden, hidden deep within its fortress cliffs. According to mythic accounts, this concealed passageway follows a crystalline river, said to be one of the 4 tributaries flowing from Eden, once marking God's paradise on earth. Wondrous orchards overflowing with exotic fruits and bouquets of herbs line this vibrant waterway, still thriving in the heart of the desert. It leads righteous followers to a heaven-like sanctuary, watched over by angels and blessed with healing properties granting immortality. Bedouins call this the River of Life, guarded to keep it secret and forbidden, untainted by the stained existence of mankind. True believers over many generations have desperately sought the magical entryway leading to salvation, spending their lives searching within remote mountain caves leading into Petra's vast uncharted territories. But those who boasted of catching even the most fleeting glimpse of glistening waters, or smelled enthralling floral scents emanating from within sunless cavern shafts have never been heard from again. The warned assumption is they wandered too far through the system of dizzying tunnels and simply lost their way, surrendering their souls forever into the vaulted stone bowels of the lost city. The phantom city of Petra. Separate from a long-standing folk tale of a gateway to paradise existing somewhere inside Petra, swirling rumors over recent decades speak of a phenomenon dubbed the Phantom City by witnesses who've encountered it. Detailed reports given by various people since the late 1990s all describe being overtaken by unexpected heavy fog, while exploring inner regions and outer peripheries of Petra's ruins. Those engulfed in mist banks speak of initially losing their direction. In the disorienting haze, they claim to start perceiving a thriving, vibrant city blinking all around them with lights, sounds and smells mirroring what Petra may have been like at its cultural peak 2,000 years ago. Glimpses reveal bustling market squares, children playing, temples in use hosting ceremonies, homes with families sharing meals, and more blissful snapshots of past daily life. Just as suddenly as the clouds rolled in, witnesses insist the fog evaporates again, causing the living phantom city of Petra to vanish as if it never transpired. Some accounts speculate it's either a momentary supernatural time slip giving modern observers a day in the ancient past, or a disorienting mirage conjured by shifting sands and rare desert conditions. Alternate takes suggest overactive imaginations, exhaustion, or hydration issues could also cause such remarkably consistent shared hallucinations. All who encounter what's locally dubbed the Phantom City describe it as the most surreal event of their lives, no matter what the true cause. The Lost Tomb of Nabonidus. A lesser-known but compelling story tied to Petra's legacy focuses on excavations of a small, remote mountaintop site in 1956, led by renowned archaeologist Jeff Millick. What investigators unearthed has come to be called the Lost Tomb of King Nabonidus, sparking debate on its disputed legitimacy as the resting place of the last king of Babylon. According to ancient records, analysis confirmed pottery fragments, a steel relief carving, and other artifacts found conclusively date back to the exact lifetime of Nabonidus, who ruled the Neo-Babylonian Empire around 550 BC. Lead archaeologist Millick theorized Nabonidus retreated from war-torn Babylon to reside secretly in Petra, after appointing his son Belshazzar as co-regent back home to govern in his absence. The tomb held what's presumed to be Nabonidus' remains, making it the oldest undisturbed royal burial in the Middle East, if true. Its remote high-altitude location concealed it for over 2,500 years before the small-scale dig. But critics argue a lack of inscriptions definitively identifying the tomb's occupant, as Nabonidus leave room for skepticism about who it really belonged to. Ancient records claim after Nabonidus' death and Babylon's fall, his concealed tomb in Petra was robbed and destroyed, leaving no trace. Whether this recently unearthed modest grave held the exiled Babylonian leader or not, its exclusion until modern times from all documented history fuels the mystique of Petra's vast buried secrets still yet undiscovered. Conclusion. The crumbling ancient city of Petra stands as a monument to the lost Nabatean civilization that forged its place in the desert over 2,000 years ago, through ingenuity and domination of the incense trade. This mysterious site, abandoned centuries ago, still guards many questions about the ultimate downfall of its once thriving culture, with much left unexplored beneath blowing sands through vast miles of surrounding terrain. Intriguing myths pointing to more monumental structures still concealed drive archaeological curiosity and wonder about Petra. The local Bedouin tribes native to Jordan's sandstone-carved landscape reinforce colorful legends of hidden treasures, portal gateways, divine origins, and dangerous curses, keeping Petra shrouded in mystique. Strange supernatural tales of haunted tombs, shape-shifting jinn, enigmatic time slips back to its bustling prime, and doomed explorers enhance its ghostly aura. As the enduring legends passed down through generations live on, Petra stands frozen in time, awaiting the day all of its buried secrets may finally come to full light.